Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. Well, our research team is here to give us a list of top 10 stocks as we head into the end of the year. It's the second last, the penultimate trading day of the year. Look at those big smiles there. I think getting ready for the weekend and the New Year festivities. So let me start with you, Abhishek. What are you looking at this morning? Spandana, Sphoorty and Punawala Fincorp, is it?
Well, MFI stress sale continues, and that is why I'm looking at Spandana Sphoorty. They have sold stress worth about 323 crore to an ARC, that is Asset Reconstruction Company. This is being done under the Swiss challenge method, and for this, they'll get about 95 crores into their balance sheet. So this is one of the best rates, given the fact that if you take a look at the past few days, this rate that Spandana has got is very good, given the fact that Jana Small Finance Bank has got about 2.5% from the stress sale that they did. Bandhan Bank got around 9% from the stress sale that they did. However, Spandana Sphoorty has got a return of 29.5% from the deal that they have undertaken. So it's a good deal for them. Coming on to Punawala Fincorp, Rising Sun Holdings Private Limited, one of the promoters, has been on purchasing spree, which is being seen in the data that is being disclosed on BSE. So Rising Sun Holdings has purchased about 0.43 crore shares at an average price of around 289 per share. So in last 3 trading sessions, they have purchased nearly about 125 crore rupees worth of shares from the open market. If you take a look, the trend is on your screen. So this has taken their stake from 61.48% to now more than 62%, a gain of about 0.55% in their overall stake in the company. Back to you.
That explains why Punawala Fincorp was buzzing around in trade today. And we also had some support coming in from a brokerage initiation on that counter. But Vivek, you've managed to pull out some stocks in the news at a time when there are very few.
Well, absolutely. So quite a few stocks on our radar, quite a few updates actually on earlier announced news reports. But, let's have a look at them. Ashoka Buildcon, company getting an order worth almost 755 crore. This is from the Madhya Pradesh Discom. Tata Power, some more order wins coming in as far as the renewable arm is concerned. Now, this is for, the customer is the Tata Power Delhi, North Delhi customer base, and this particular project of almost 255 megawatt hybrid power plant, this particular project will be executed in Karnataka. JSW Energy, some positive news flow coming in. The company has completed the acquisition of the Ind Bharat or the Utkal power plant. This is done by paying a little over 1,000 crore rupees. Analysts say this is quite a positive development as far as JSW Energy is concerned. And also keep an eye out for 2 lenders, PFC and REC. Expect some write back in provisions for both of these names. Lastly, PTC India Financial Services. Now the company, which actually had quite a bit of trouble going ahead and submitting its results, Q1, Q2 results, the company did not give it. But in the last couple of weeks, the company has managed to restructure the board. 3 new independent directors have come in. 4 of the earlier directors have gone out, and the company has also gone ahead and refuted all allegations in terms of misappropriation of funds. So keep an eye out for this name as well.
All right, thanks a lot for that. Well, there are some more stocks that are in the news this morning. Sonal has hunted some of them for us. Sonal, over to you.
Good morning, Sonia. Well, 2 stocks on my radar. Coromandel International, because there is an interesting piece of update there. The company has incorporated a wholly owned subsidiary and they are calling it Coromandel Technology Limited. And this company will be involved in designing, development and manufacture of unmanned aerial vehicles. So the company is into fertilizers and agrochemicals, but this one here will be manufacturing unmanned aerial vehicles. So this is an interesting development here. NACL, where they have commenced commercial production of the Greenfield project by a wholly owned subsidiary of the company. The first phase of the project, with a capacity of 6,000 tons per annum, has been commissioned. So this stock will be in focus as well.
All right, that drone news is interesting, right? Sonal, I think, we had conducted, Sonal, if you remember, that conversation with the management of I don't remember which company.
It was Fact.
Yes. And they told us, right, that for nano urea and nano fertilizers, the way to kind of get these to crops is through drones. So, well, why not make them?
Yeah, in fact, even other companies like Dhanuka Agritech, they are also getting into drone manufacturing as well. So I think that's the way to go about it when it comes to agrochemicals and fertilizers.
All right. Well, let's move on. So thanks very much for that. Bharti is the other one which is in focus. Rima is here to tell us why. Rima, hi.
Hi, good morning. So there are reports and there are two triggers from the reports. So one of them is that according to officials who some of the newspapers have spoken to, Bharti Airtel is looking to list Airtel Payments Bank. Bharti Airtel has about a 70% stake in Airtel's payment bank, and that company is doing pretty well, that subsidiary. It's turned profitable, it's seeing a growth of healthy double digits, 50 million users. So that's trigger number one. Secondly, on the tariff increase, if you remember, in the month of November, Bharti had discontinued the entry-level plan only in two circles, Haryana and Odisha. Earlier, the entry-level plan in those circles were 99 rupees. They made it 155 rupees. So it was a very steep increase of more than 50%. 2 months back, we said that the company is perhaps just testing waters. To which the company said that, the response to this price hike has been better than what they were anticipating. So they have seen lower churn. But they said that, we will wait till February to get more data in, and then we will take a call whether we want to extend it on a pan-India basis. So that is the other big update coming in from Bharti Airtel. But again, this is what officials, without naming them, have spoken to reports, and we're just paraphrasing them for you. We haven't officially, gotten in touch with Bharti Airtel or got a word from them. Back to you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Reema, for that. Well, let's go across to Manisha Gupta now. She's tracking what's happening in the world of crude. Manisha, good morning. What's the latest there?
Well, second straight day of decline really coming in for the crude oil prices. And even as the markets were rejoicing, the opening up of China and expectation that China, being the largest importer and the second biggest consumer in the world for crude, could really drive the prices higher. But with the rising cases, now there are concerns about restrictions being triggered in the rest of the world. US has now said that the passengers from China will have to show negative virus tests. Italy also has started to test arrivals from China, and there are reports that the last two flights that have come in from China, half of those flights are COVID positive, and there are some restrictions that some of these European countries could be putting in as well. The markets will continue to watch on what the OPEC and allies do. We haven't spoken about that in a wide bit. And Algeria now says that they are setting a reference price for crude at $60 a barrel for 2023 up to 2025. Of course, it's going to be about Russia, which is curbing exports to countries. And from 1st of February, we'll see those production cuts as well coming in. So continues to be quite choppy. Looks like that we are going to be trading within that 78 to 85 offer range for the next 1 week as well.
Choppy for crude as well, Manisha. Thanks a lot for that. With that, we actually thank our entire team for standing by and giving us the entire list of stocks that you need to watch out for. In case you missed it, let's tell you all those stocks that we're watching out for today. Stocks with positive news flow are Spandana, Sphoorty, Punawala Fincorp. We have Ashoka Buildcon, Tata Power, JSW Energy, PTC India Financial and Coromandel International, along with NACL Industries and Bharti Airtel. But stocks with negative news flow on account of the weakness in crude is ONGC.
Okay, well, let's take a quick commercial break here. Up next, we have Gurmeet Chadda joining us of Complete Circle Consultants. We'll get you some specific stock talk with him. We'll also connect with Ramani Dhati of Teamly Services. The last time she was on, she told us that tech hiring is facing a bit of a muted picture. What's happening now as we almost wrap up the third quarter? That conversation comes up as well. Stay with us.